Wisdomteethinger, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and Fount is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. Fount. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Hey there, Wisdom Teethingers. How are you doing? Welcome to the first episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. This is a show that it occurred to me. It's like, we really need to start highlighting what is going on with the young folks. What y'all doing? What y'all doing, Wisdom Teethingers? We gonna highlight it. And I'm not gonna lie, as you saw in the title, Superstar Pride, charged for murder. Sexyy Red was on the title. We're looking at the young man that, there's a lot of news. Let's just go through it. Let's hop right in and see the good, the bad, and the ugly. As we're going through, I'm not gonna say which one I think is good, bad, or ugly. I want you to tell me which of these things down here is good, bad, or ugly. Which one of the things that I mentioned do you feel fits in that category? Let's see. This is the first episode, and I always love that show with Clint Eastwood, The Good, the Bad. The Western, spaghetti Western, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go. Okay, let me go back before we start. Disclaimer. Some of these things, it's PG-13, okay? They have them on the interwebs. I'm sharing it because we need to know what's going on. We're not going to stick our head in the sand and act like these are not real songs that people are singing, real things that people are doing. We're going to acknowledge them and point towards better decisions. Can we be grown up about what we're going to see? Let's go, because it's out there. Let's see. Now the disclaimer is over. You all let me know. Which one do you think is good, bad, or ugly of all this news? All right. First we got here.
Pink. And booty hole was brown, but I just found out it's not. I swear to God, I just found out. Somebody talking about they booty hole pink. I ain't never heard of no pink booty hole. I'm thinking like,
you know what? It's even too much for me to listen to. This is Sexyy Red. If you don't know who Sexyy Red is, she has a hot song that is out there. Pound Town, it's called. And she just told you exactly. She's describing the color of her orifices. And I'm not sure who decides that this is what we're going to sing about. How did she make that decision? She did. And it's a hit. And the thing is, I saw this video the other, I couldn't find it. This kid was like falling out over himself to meet her. She's driving down the street. And this is the song that she sang, Pound Town, about describing the color of her orifices. And I will say this as a doctor that, vaginas come in different colors, tend to match your pigmentation. And so does your anal rectal area, tends to match the color of your skin. Anyway, whatever. Here we go. This is her, Sexyy Red. And that's what's going on in the news this week. She apparently has been linked with Jake. Jake, it called her his wife. And here he is, they're hugging up. I think even on a concert, he greeted her. Who knows? Can we be honest? They try to sell y'all something. I'm telling you all, these people, I am right there with a lot of people that I listen to some of these things sometimes, but they're not trying to sell you a good, happy, successful life. They want you to get caught up in foolishness. They have the money to pay for whatever pregnancies and lawsuits and illegal thing that they get into, but you don't. They're powerful people, and when they sing about these things and you get into it, then your life is over. They don't mean you any good. I'm sure you get excited about them because they're popularized and...
Mommy here tonight.
Here she is.
And they got my brother in here tonight too. Y'all may...
Yeah, whatever. Sexyy Red, I'm sure you're talented in other ways. Your song is trash. And because of that, I personally give it ugly. If you agree with me, let me know. There's another video. Well, you don't have to agree with me, but if you agree, let me know. Here is Sexyy Red again. He invited her to a high school. He invited her with the song. Here we go. She's like mobbed. They're mobbing her. You know what that is? Okay, here's the thing. These kids are listening to her like she's singing them the gospel truth. Your butt is brown and your vagina is pink. And this is the lyrics to her music. And they build it up. They are selling it to you because they feel that you're an idiot. I'm telling you. They did it when I was young. They fed us all this crap and we sucked it up and it affected our decision making. And they're doing the same thing for you, except for right now, y'all in a worse situation. A lot of these kids, they may not have a lot of I just spilled my water, parental support at home. And maybe you've seen the far less videos. The parents may be so busy working that they're not paying attention to the details of what's going on, the things that you're exposed to. They may not even be present. And then it's these people that race you.
Y'all just messed it up. Everybody.
They care. And this is a principal that made the executive decision to bring this woman and her trashy lyrics into the school. This is what they want for you. They want you all talk about Pound Town, talk about sex, go out there, have sex, get pregnant, and get STDs, not be able to lead the fulfilling life that you're supposed to, because now you end up being single mother, young father, your life curtails into a totally different direction. Anyway, to me, this is the ugly story. Y'all can disagree all you want. No, none of y'all. Well, here we go. That's Sexyy Red. Nice person, horrible song. Needs to use her gift of words for other things. This story is crazy. Good, bad, or ugly. Let me know what y'all think. This young man, he killed his girlfriend. This is in Africa. What country? Nigeria? Let's see. Nigerian influencer. Killed by her boyfriend. Who knows? They had what they describe as a toxic relationship, and they got in a fight. He went over there. Here, the details on here. If you wanted to find it, it was on the Shade Room. He went over to her home while she came over back to him, and he killed her. Then he penned this long social media apology. He wanted to turn himself, not really apology, admitting what he had done. Talking about the different disappointments, how he disappointed his brother, his younger brother. It seemed like how he needed help. He's in pain. How did he do that? And once again, I'll click all the way through, and you can pause the video and go back and read all that he said. This is a horrible story. This to me is another ugly story of what's happened to this young woman. And you know, Dr. D Nice is not a proponent of getting in relationships that you're not going to get married to, because especially the maturity level, it's not there. You get possessive. You're developing into a person your own individual. And when you're attached so closely to this person, you end up, it's almost become addictive. And if there's friction, if you haven't really learned conflict resolution, obviously he haven't learned how to manage his emotions. He didn't mean it. People get angry and just lash out and do stuff, and before you know it, you've killed your girlfriend. Go and see it. It's an ugly, ugly, ugly story. Sad for this young woman. This man has ruined his life. And yeah, there's our story. Let's see. This show is, it looks like it's some kind of parental exchange thing. The boy, English boy, gets adopted by Caribbean parents. Yeah, I can see that may not go over too well. It's obviously, I can see the stance. You see that stance? Like, I'm not even, he has a point. Free will. What happens though is that, what happens, do you have an email I can contact you on? There's this crazy YouTuber I want your opinion on. Let me talk after. You can DM me Dr. D Nice Beaujolin on Instagram. All right, I'll get back to, but here's the thing. There is, I mean, God has given us free will. He really has. When you're young, it is important that you know how to submit that free will to authority. That is learning, that is teaching you how to submit to God, the ultimate authority, the person that loves you. It's like you're giving your authority, you're giving your life to them, to God, in order to help you make good decisions. And this is kind of what submitting yourself, it's a whole commandment. Honor your parents. That's the act of learning how to submit to an authority that loves you. And Nathan here, he ain't never learned how to submit to authority at all. And oh, sorry, I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. Hold on, Mark. Let me finish this part and I will tell you exactly, I'll tell you how to find me on Instagram. Yeah, he's never learned how to submit to authority, and he's gonna, well, you know what? It may be a blessing that he didn't end at 16. It's possible for him to learn now how to submit properly to authority, not to people that are trying to dictate and take over your life and take over your rights. No, there's a difference there. And when you understand that subtle difference between submitting your authority to somebody that loves and cares for you, and then somebody coming and crushing you and forcing you to do something, these are totally different things. He'll learn that lesson. I hope he does, as he's still a young man. Because anyway, all right, what y'all think? Good, bad, ugly? I have a really good opinion. I don't have an opinion on this one. I just throw it out there. The good, the bad, the ugly. And our cover story you all saw on the thumbnail, this young guy. And let me give Mark, it's Dr. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. Dr. D Nice. Beaugelin. Yeah, that's my personal Instagram. Or Wisdomteethinger. You can go to Wisdomteethinger. We have an Instagram too. You can always DM me anything there too. Thanks for dropping by, Mark. Appreciate it. Hang on in there. We have some more to go through. The good, the bad, and the ugly of what's going on in teen news. Today, it was released that this young man, painting pictures rapper Superstar Pride, charged with first-degree murder in Mississippi. I'm going to play some of his lyrics, and let's see what he talked about. My son, I mentioned it to him. My son, he's 12. He always got to be in the know. I think that's why I'm gonna homeschool that boy, because he needs to be plucked out of society for a little bit with a little bit more training. Anyway, yes, Superstar Pride. This is him. Let's see if we are okay with playing some of his lyrics. Here we go. Oh, okay. So people were really had great hopes for him. If you look up his video, Superstar Pride, painting pictures, you look it up, the comments section is amazing. They were really excited how he just wasn't a flossing. He didn't have his Jesus pieces and his bling and his ice. He wasn't like that. He has the shag haircut from back in the 80s. Y'all remember? Y'all don't remember the shag. Y'all not that old, but he has a shag. He just, singing. And he's like, he hope his mom's proud of him. She raised a survivor. And unfortunately, now he's charged with first-degree murder. I don't know. Let's pray for him. It's obvious this young man had gone through a lot. Let's keep him in our prayers and just make sure that this turns out, maybe it's false charge. I don't know. I hope that he gets to make good music to uplift his community, his the people around them, the teenagers around him. Music that, fine, I'm okay. I think it's okay to tell your story. What you're going through, what suffering that you may have felt. What is not okay is when you're glorifying it, as this is the thing that we all need to be doing. We all need to be showing our, like, Sexyy Red, glorifying what her orifices look like, and versus really saying, hey, this is what I've done with my body sexually, and this is what you shouldn't do. Not a glorification, but a cautionary tale. That's what we need from these rappers, because it really is shaping society. They're giving a message. Y'all don't play and act as if these messages are not penetrating into your psyche and changing your behavior. It's put out there for a purpose. They, I don't even know who they are. Whoever they are, want you to be out there having sex, getting pregnant, ruining your life, shooting up each other, and getting depressed, being on drugs. They want you to do that. They want you to die. They want death for you. They don't want life. They don't want happiness. God's way of living, where you think about pure, good things, treating each other in ways that are uplifting. God's way of doing things will give you the happiness. This is just temporary. Anyway, I'm gonna go all preachy. Which one? Good, bad, ugly? I kind of put it in bad because I can see, oh man, look at him. I could see what he was. See what he was doing. He's trying to switch up the game. And he fell back into the game, at least allegedly. All right, let's see what in the news. This one's funny.
You guys have like a trash bag by chance?
That's one way to get a seat on the train. What do y'all think? Good, bad, ugly? Let me know in the comment section below. Here we go. Oh, this one was heartbreaking. 11-year-old girl got acid thrown on her during a playground argument in Detroit. I'm telling you all, this is going back to what I'm saying. All them songs, the music, the shows, all of those things are teaching you how not to manage your emotions. Everything somebody says, you got to pop off. You got to react. They disrespected me. How you going to talk to me like that? What? That is what they're training you to do. And next thing you know, you on the playground and people throwing acid at you. What? 11. Come on now. This is not behavior that the kids just pull out their air like that. They are being trained. You are being trained to be violent. You're being trained to be reactive. You're being trained to not think, not use your frontal lobe, not develop it to be able to think rationally. Like, if I do this, then this will happen. That's what the frontal lobe does for you. If I throw acid on somebody, I could hurt them. I shouldn't do it. If I shoot a gun, I could kill somebody and go to jail and ruin my life. I shouldn't do it. But when your frontal lobe is disconnected, all you're doing, this limbic is deep in the brain, that deep brain that just pops off and reacts for no apparent reason. That's what's going on. Young girl, acid thrown on her in the playground. Craziness. I don't know. Good.
I started burning.
Diarra's a trip to a school playground on Sunday, July 9th, has now left an 11-year-old traumatized and in lots of pain.
My cousin and a girl, they had started fighting. And then once they got done fighting, she was like, I got something for y'all.
That something was a substance believed to be acid.
Her mother met her in the park, by the park, and gave her the substance, the chemical, to throw on
Mama's involved!
And she told the kids that's what they get for messing with her.
All the kids were able to scatter quickly.
Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that is ugly. Not the little girl that got burnt. Oh, this is ugly. What is she thinking?
Coffin. Abby Ricketts spent a year planning the stunt. Turns out it was in tribute to her late gran, who gave the idea the thumbs up just before passing away. This teen looked dead good when she arrived to her prom in a coffin. Abby Ricketts spent a year planning the stunt. Turns out it was in tribute.
What? What in the hell? It's ugly. That is ugly. What in the world? I always hate when people try to bring their grandma and stuff and there's foolishness. You made a stupid decision and then you have to add some sort of high what is the word I'm looking for? Some sort of purpose behind it. You know it didn't make no damn sense, and you have to add something to it. That it's because of my late grandma. She wanted me to. No, you wanted to do something stupid. That's why you did it. And people thought it was crazy, and then you try to throw your grandma into it. Please, give me a break. No, don't make no sense. That's ugly. And let's see, I think that may have been the last one. Oh, no. This one. So I didn't have any pictures for this one, but a teen was denied getting on, North Carolina teen detained and questioned at Florida airport for using money-saving travel hack. What was that money-saving travel hack that they were detained? I did not know this was illegal. And I'm letting you all know right now, this is illegal. I'm about to tell you what's illegal. You can't buy a plane ticket with a connection and get off at the connection and not get back on the connection to your final destination. For example, you're going to Florida, they're having you stop in North Carolina first, and then you hop on another connection to Florida. You can't destination? No, apparently it's illegal. I had no idea. Okay, it's called skip lagging. Here it goes. Skip lagging. I ain't never heard of it. I mean, I may or may not have done it before. I don't know. But apparently it's illegal. Cut that out if y'all doing it. Okay, teenager, I'm getting over. And this one's good.
And their biggest star is a 17-year-old. But Stone Evans isn't your average high school lacrosse player. He was a baller for Team Jamaica in the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship, and in some cases, he was punishing fully grown men. But it's not just Stone's physical stature that allows him to play beyond his years. He was the best facilitator on Team Jamaica with a team-leading 9 assists. Notice how savvy he is, subtly looking off the defender before feeding the crease, like he sees the game in slow motion. Evans is more than just a feeder, though. He's scored a handful of goals for Team Jamaica too, including this one where he beat a PLL goalie in Matt DeLuca. Evans helped Jamaica go undefeated in pool play and upset Italy in the first round of the playoffs. He even registered a point against Team Canada in the quarterfinals. After an 8th.
Okay, what looks like let me see. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay, see then? Man, I don't know what's going on. Oh, now my connection is back. So this lacrosse player, super good from my country, Jamaica, had to show up and big it up for a second. I looked hard. I looked far and wide to find good news that teens are doing. If you find any of me, please DM me, please. Because I'm going to start doing these as much as I can. Y'all know I'm a whole doctor, and sometimes life gets so busy. Okay, that's enough of me whining. YouTube, I looked far and wide to find good things. If you find anything where people are doing, just teenagers between like 13, not teenagers, but Wisdomteethinger age, early teens to early 20s are doing good things, DM me at Wisdomteethinger, because it really feels that there's not a lot of good news out there. I could find all that foolishness that people singing about their buttholes and people singing about killing each other and people throwing acid on each other, people going to prom looking like they're the undead. I could find all those, a plethora of those. Good news, there wasn't a lot. I would love to see some good news and feature it on this section, the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's going on in Wisdomteethinger world. Listen, it's just a quick drop in, drop out. Y'all know it, go. And I'm out. Thanks you all for dropping by. Mark, let me read some of these comments that here. Mama's going to go to jail. Yeah, she is, for bringing the acid up there. Have a chat with Ice Cube. Yeah, that's something. And won't she her daughter graduate? Yes. Thank you all for popping by. And honestly, I'm out. Y'all have a good evening. I may or may not come back on tomorrow for a quick thing. I think that Ryan, what is Ryan's last name? I can't remember. There's a YouTuber I wanted to do a reaction to the things that he eats. He did the penny challenge. Y'all know Ryan. What's Ryan's last name? I can't remember. Strahan, I think. Strahan, Ryan Strahan? That sounds good. I wanted to make a reaction to the foods that he ate during the penny challenge. I may do that tomorrow, I may not. Or I may talk about the fruits of the spirit. That, we'll see. Whatever. You all, I'm out. Thank you all for dropping by. Have an amazing evening. Hope you eat something great for dinner. And I appreciate you all. We're out.
Wisdomteethinger, lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and Fount is here for today. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys? Your game's all tight? Fount. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body